So yeah, he's gone, and it's really sad. Um, for those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, my first piano teacher was a man named Salvatore Scavone, and of course, we referred to him as Mr. Scavone. But he was he was the man who started everything for me. I mean, without him, I wouldn't be at School of the Arts right now, and so I owe a lot to him. And it turns out he actually passed away on March 21st, and I only found out about it, I think, like 3 days ago, because a friend from elementary told me that a kid of her mom's friend, if that makes sense, told her that he was gone. And then I just couldn't believe it. And then I looked up on Google like his name, and yeah, I found like his obituary notes and everything. And so it was a sad thing to see that he was gone. And what made it worse was that about maybe 2 months ago, I had sent Mr. Scavone an email, because I was trying to, I forget why. I think I was sending him, I'm pretty sure I was actually sending him my performance from the UNCSA Piano Studios recital from this past April. And the thing about him was that he typically took a long time to respond, and so I was like, okay, maybe he's just busy with end of year school stuff. But then a month went by, and I didn't get anything. And so I started to wonder what's going on. And fast forward about another month, now we're here in June, and I find out that he's gone. And my first thought was just, wow, it's really hard to believe that he was not here anymore. And the last time I had seen him was on a visit to Florida, I think towards the end of 8th grade. I went down there my family and I went down there to visit everybody that we knew from Florida, and he was there, and he was in perfect health, and he was only, I think, 68 at the time, and he was alive, and he was fine. Nothing was wrong with him. And then I find out that he's dead at only 69. I still don't know what happened to him, but he's just gone. Something had to have happened to him. I mean, there's no way that he passed away from old age. I highly doubt it. But anyway, this video is not here to depress you guys. I won't bore you with those details, but I just figured that now would be a good time to not only commemorate his life and explain why he's so important to me, but simultaneously kind of tell you a little bit about myself and how I got here. So, for some context, Mr. Scavone had been a music teacher at my elementary school, Hollywood Central Elementary, for a long time. I don't know exactly how long he had been teaching there, but he had definitely been there a while. I could tell. And so he was there all throughout kindergarten through 5th grade for me. And so I had classes with him every year, almost every day, and we would go in and we would learn about composers and different instruments and stuff. And eventually we started to learn really easy songs on keyboard, and so I would learn them. But then I started noticing that I was learning them faster than everybody else, and that's not to brag. I'm just trying to explain the story. And so he's like, okay, well, here's the next one. A couple months go by, and I'm just flying through everything, and then I start noticing maybe I have a natural thing for this. And I think in second grade, he starts a keyboard club. And so that happened once a week after school on Fridays from 2 to 3. And those were for the kids that, like me, who wanted to keep going with piano. And the thing that shocked me at the time was that there were only about 8 to 9, maybe 10 people in the class. And this is throughout all the years. And it shocked me because I was like, wow, I just couldn't believe how few people there were that actually had that sort of musical thing to them and that actually were able to keep going with this. I thought we would have a lot more people, but it was just a wake up call to me, and I was like, wow, not many people are interested in doing this or can do it. And so that automatically made me feel more special, and that was sort of a motive to keep going. And yeah, through those years, second until fifth grade, I started learning more music, more advanced music, and he helped me through all of it. And I should probably mention that Mr. Scavone was super nice guy. I mean, he was just the best. He was funny, he was chill, he was calm. I mean, what more could you ask of a person? And he was so kind and caring, but he also was sarcastic, and I like that about him. He would used to make jokes all the time in my lessons. But anyway, and so I forget when I started lessons with him. I want to say it was the summer after fifth grade, because for me, my fifth grade year was during the 2019 through 2020 year, which was COVID, obviously. And so I never got to finish my fifth grade year in person, so that kind of sucked. But that's a story for another time. At that point, it had got to a point where I kind of knew my parents. We knew that piano was the thing for me, and that I needed to keep going, because at this point I wasn't going to stop. I had come really far. We had been doing recitals twice per year at my school, and I would always be playing advanced pieces that were beyond my skill level, and so I started taking lessons with Mr. Scavone privately at his house for, I think, 3 years now at this point, because I just finished my freshman year at School of the Arts, and so that was 1 year, and I've been playing for, I guess at this point it's been about 5 by the time I start my sophomore year. And so yeah, I did that with him for about 3.5 years of lessons, and that was what really got me going. I mean, that was when I just kind of took off, and I started playing on a whole different level. I'm not to brag, of course, but that was really the time when I got really good, and I had a really solid understanding of music, and my knowledge grew. And so that was the best time with him, honestly, because I had 1 hour with him every week. Of course he would help me learn the music, but we also had little talks here and there about it, and we got to learn more about each other, and that was the best time. We really got to connect. And so, and then eventually, I'm not going to explain the story of how he found the school, but we come here, we have to move away. Of course, I have to quit with him and everything, which is sad, but you get over it. And then I find out 3 days ago that he's gone. And with all the time I had spent with him, countless hours in my lessons, and all those classes at elementary, it hurt. It hurt to know that he was not here anymore. That the man who got me this far was just simply gone from the earth, and I would never be able to see him again. And I just wish I could see him one more time and tell him how grateful I am for everything he did for me, but I know that he's out there somewhere and he hears me, so. But this is absolutely a man who deserved recognition for everything he did. Incredible human being, and the world is a worse place without him. And for those of you out there who knew him and were touched by his spirit and his heart, don't ever forget him. We have to make sure we keep his memory alive, because he deserves to be remembered, respected, mourned, all of it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too depressing for you all, but please subscribe if you haven't. I have a recording that I'm gonna post relatively soon, so. But yeah, see ya.